Protect your home from home. Simple Caravan Insurance, sponsors of the Caravan channel.
Now, regular viewers to the programme will know that I have a thing about the names that manufacturers give to their caravans, because there are some really weird ones out there. I mean, I've previously talked about the pastiche from Coachman. Now, a pastiche is either an imitation or a mixed up jumble of things. Well, come on, you're selling yourselves a bit short there, Coachman, I think. But I think the real champs of dodgy naming are Elddis. I mean, look at this one. Firestorm. What's all that about? Come on, it sounds more like a horror film than a caravan. And then there are the Elddis caravans that are named after wind. Yeah, wind! Oh, that's the last thing I want on my holiday. But while Elddis have managed to avoid having the Elddis burp, they have got all kinds of windy caravans. Things like the Hurricane, the Superstorm, the Tempest, the Shamal. Yeah, the Shamal, that's a hot, dry wind from the Middle East, most associated with sandstorms. Lovely. Really, Elddis, whatever gave you the idea that people would want to take a holiday in a cyclone? But then again, let's take the tour. It promises to be a blast. From the outside, the Crusader Cyclone is an impressively large double-axle tourer, and the latest model is a complete redesign from previous years. The doors are larger than before, and the exteriors look great with these flush-fitting windows, inclined arches over the alloy wheels, and the curved roof rails, giving it a streamlined feel. Inside, the layout has been opened out to give a feeling of space. It's taller, it's longer, it's better insulated, and it's heated with the latest programmable Aldi radiator system. But brilliantly, Elddis have managed to make it bigger, better, and lighter than previous models. But it's here at the rear of the van where you find the Cyclone's star attraction, and it's kept behind this, well, this concertina room divider. These look okay when they're out and they look okay when they're in, but to get them in or out you have to do the hokey cokey. See what I mean? But this is what it's all about. The island bed, just waiting for you, ladies and gentlemen, to flop onto it at the end of a long day's caravanning. Onto the memory foam mattress, that is. And unlike some other island beds, this has channels down the sides that are actually big enough for you to get access both to the bed itself and to the wardrobes and drawers and lockers that surround it. It's a really good thing. I also like the patterned wall covering that they've got here in the bedroom and at the front in the living area. It subtly divides the living spaces. It's clever and it's stylish. Of course, you can lift the bed and get it a big storage space for all those big bits of kit that would otherwise clutter up the van. Things like folding chairs, water carriers, even awnings. Add all that weight to wardrobes full of clothes right at the back of the van and you've got a stability issue potentially. And to get around that, well, there's some clever engineering. The axles have special suspension systems and there are all kinds of electronic gizmos to keep the van on an even keel. And that's very handy if you have to tow your Cyclone through a gale. If you can tear yourself away from the bedroom area, you come to this section of the caravan. Midships, and you've got both the kitchen and the washroom. And I think the cook loses out just a little bit here. Not in terms of equipment, which is really good, from the extractor fan in the ceiling, to the microwave and the fridge, the oven, the separate grill, and the dual fuel hob. Now this is really good. Even the sink looks great, and hey, that takes some doing. But there's one thing, you've not got enormous amounts of elbow room if people are trying to get past, because you're stuck between the entrance door, the bedroom, and the washroom wall. Ah yes, the washroom. Now this I do like. These central washrooms can work really well, and this one is especially good. Have a look in here. Yeah, I like this. There's a loo, another classy sink, or wash basin I suppose in this case, and a big shower cubicle. You know, I think they've borrowed some technology from Doctor Who to do this, because this washroom is bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. This seating area up front is really comfortable, and there's loads of natural daylight here as well from all these windows and a big central roof light. Elddis have liberally scattered goodies throughout the caravan, things like spotlights and mains electricity points, and there's a couple of TV points as well, ready wired for connection to a satellite system. You also get a CD player with MP3 connectivity, so there's no lack of entertainment on this crusade. This Cyclone, you know, is the best seller in the Elddis Crusader range, but if you don't like the island bed setup, well, there's a variant called the Super Cyclone. And that gives you 2 permanent single beds and a washroom across the back of the caravan. And I think that's an even better use of internal space, although maybe not as romantic. Know what I mean? I've liked these 2012 Elddis vans ever since I saw them unveiled about 12 months ago at their factory. In fact, I've been blown away by them, and given their windy, weird names, that's probably just as well.